special, I would say, is an understatement. I have the lovely Azealia Banks joining the tour today. How are you? Look at that smile. I need that smile all day. How's everything?
Everything's good.
Looking great.
Thank you.
Album is out there.
Finally.
Let's talk about it. Finally, exactly. It's been a longer road, a longer process, right?
Yeah.
But the day is here. We finally got the album out. So let's talk about Broke with Expensive Taste.
What do you want to know?
Everything. I want to know why the title. Let's start there.
Well, I actually came up with the title a long time ago when I was like 17. When I was first having like just my first round of record deals and stuff like that. And I thought the title was really fitting because I remember always playing my shows and just always feeling like I looked cheap, or like I'd always be like, oh, I've got like cheap weave-in, like I can't fucking do my show. And I'd always be like, that was always something that I'd always say to the label, like when I was trying to sell. I was always saying, I need a weave, I need this, and Richard Russell would be like, no, you just need to go rap, and I'd be like, no, you don't get
You don't
it.
understand.
You don't understand. Like I can't wear my Timbs on stage. I can't do this. Like please. And that's when I came up with it, because I just remember always wanting, because I'd see like other, just like, and I was really young when I started doing it, and that was when Santi Golden and my age were out, and they'd always have these like funky clothes on. I'd be like, I need that, like I need those clothes.
If that's your benchmark, then you're gonna go out of budget real quick. They was like super elaborate.
Yeah, and I was 17 working at Starbucks. I had no money. I could barely pay my cell phone bill. It's just like, oh.
So now do you have a couple more dollars to go with your expensive taste?
I do.
Doing a little bit better?
Yeah.
No doubt. Now you said you were talking to your label at the time, XL. What happened with XL?
I wasn't ready, and they don't do artist development. That's what I needed at the time. I needed artist development.
I feel like a lot of labels don't, they just kind of throw artists to the wolves now, so to speak. Yeah. You find somebody that, has raw talent, or natural talent and ability, but you don't develop it, and it is the music business. So just because you're good at making music or you're a dope artist doesn't mean that you can be an overall, dope in the business if you don't have that information, that tutelage, that guidance, and especially being a young woman like yourself in the business. So do you feel like you were uncomfortable at the time?
Yeah, I was uncomfortable, but moreover, I just feel like the standards for music and culture in general have just gone way down, and myself included. I'm not, music is like terrible now. Like I'm part of like bad music. I'm not saying
no, you're not part of bad music. You make dope music.
But more than that, back in the day, like there was an emphasis on music theory and knowing all that stuff, and you had to be like a musician. You had to know your scales, you had to know everything. And I feel like that's why, there was more like a logical, like,
got it,
like kind of series of events that happened with artist development back then. But I feel like during the 80s and the 90s when all like pop music came in and all kind of stuff like that, and people started, having these elaborate music videos and stuff, it kind of just started leaning more on the, okay, like shit, like
right.
And then like let's just like, like once the inertia started to pick up in the music industry, everybody was just like, oh, let's just do like whatever, like let's just pop it off, let's get the 16-year-old girl and over sexualize her and fucking let's make money. And especially now we have the internet added to that.
Showing it.
And the internet.
It gets great. You know what? We're gonna talk about it more in depth. Let's get back into the music. Hip Hop Nation at Torae on that Twitter and that Instagram. Yours is at Azealia Banks.
Yes.
No underscore, no nothing.
No.
Straight up. Highlight us. We here, man. It's your tour guide. Yeah. Very, very, I want to say outspoken.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that is a plus or a hindrance to where you want to be in your career?
It depends on where I want to be. I can't lie. There are some times where I'm like, oh man, like I'd love to be, like a pop star, because every woman wants to be admired and be adored and all kinds of stuff like that. But aside from that, I don't want to make the sacrifices to get there, and it's just something that you just kind of come to terms with. I want to be free during my lifetime and stay free. I don't want to lie about things. I don't want to be fake, because
But do you feel like, especially with where we are with social media, right? You have a thought, you put it out there, and the world sees it instantly. Do you ever regret some of your decisions? Do you feel like you make rash decisions, or do you feel like everything is thought out and you stand by everything?
I stand by everything. I'm a young person, like having a good time, just like fucking cell phone, like every other 23-year-old girl. You get what I mean?
Right.
And to be honest, I've always been this person, and I've always gotten in trouble for saying things, like even from like second grade. Like I've always just been like, oh, fuck you, like telling teachers fuck you.
I'm not coloring in the lines, fuck that shit.
And like calling a teacher a white bitch and shit like that. Like I was always like just testing people,
always pushing the boundaries. It's funny that you say that. Let's go right into, obviously I think the latest thing, and because I don't want to just focus on a quote unquote controversy, right? Because you do make amazing music, but the latest thing was the whiteface and all of the
But was that even really a thing? Is whiteface even really a thing? It's not. I
think from someone of your stature, and especially someone who's known to strike a chord with people, some of the stances that you take, I think people were surprised to see that from you.
I wasn't wearing whiteface. I was getting my makeup done for Ice Princess, and I just thought it was funny. It just reminded me of like when Snoop Dogg did Todd, and when Dave Chappelle does who's the other guy? When Dave Chappelle does the white guy.
Oh yeah, what's this guy?
From Trading Spouses.
Yeah.
Like, brown sugar. It just reminded me of that, and I thought it was funny. And of course, people are gonna get upset, but I mean, like, whatever. These are jokes that black people make. Like, behind, we've been like making these jokes for fucking ever, and whatever. Who cares? It's definitely like okay. So there's that thing like misogynoir. Have you ever heard of misogynoir? That's misogynoir. Like it's like that's like intersectionality at its worst. Like so there's male privilege that just asserts itself over everything, and then there's white privilege that asserts itself over everything. So when you're a black woman, you're like,
all right. You know what? Let's talk about your place. We're going to get back to this music, but we're going to talk about your place in the industry, because I like that you just touched on male privilege and white privilege. And you are neither, but you're trying to survive in this business. Hip Hop Nation, we're going to get back into Azealia Banks is here. Make sure you got your radios up loud. This song. Yeah, she's cracking herself up. So how do you feel like you fit in, or you don't fit in with all of the stereotypes and all of the standards placed on women in music, and here you are, black girl from Harlem, trying to do your thing?
I never really think about that. I feel like I'm too busy trying to amuse myself.
So what's your stance then? Like, what do you represent? Because it is tougher for female artists. It is tougher for, and I've heard you express that a few times. Just talking about the privilege that other people have, and that we don't have as black people in this as a female in music.
How do you break through? You just kind of like break the blanket, like whiteness, especially in music, like whatever, like who knows where I'll go one day. Maybe I'll become a politician, maybe I'll do that. But just like, from my like recent set of experiences in the music industry, you really just have to like get that sheet off, and turn the lights on and get up, wake up. Like you just have to like wake people up and just really get them to understand, like, especially with the internet, especially given how much information is available, or like the truth is there. Like I'm not making any of this up,
right.
I'm not. No, I'm absolutely not making any of this up. And I think it's important to just kind of, especially nowadays, I think it's really important. I think self-preservation for black people is like very important right now.
Absolutely.
Because the tides are just turning way too quickly, and we're just like, we're losing so much of ourselves to just like this like trivial shit that we think we you know what I mean, shit like that we think white people like, when they do we think it's funny, but it's kind of really not funny, because it really like it really has like a bigger effect, especially on the children, especially on the next like group of creators that are gonna come up, like the next group of black people that are gonna take care of me when I'm dying and stuff like that. You have to make sure that the coast is like clear for them, and that they're not like growing up thinking that Elvis Presley invented rock and roll, and that they're not growing up thinking that Igloo Australia is, I don't know, anything. Right. They need to know, because you know, I'm a victim of not knowing that rock music was invented by black people. You know, you'll have me like listening to indie rock and all kind of stuff like this, and I'm like, oh, I love this white people's music. This is not white people's music, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I think self-preservation is very much key right now.
Okay.
And it's not to say that we like need to like segregate ourselves or like not hang out with white people. I've got tons of like amazing white friends, and you know, like
they sign checks too. I appreciate that fact.
Yeah, but black people sign checks too.
Truly, right? That's my point. Whoever signs checks, I want to be cool with. You know, that's what I'm on.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, not to
the extent of
right, not to the extent of
any sort of like.
Right, but my thing would be, you know, if we can get money together and we can have a common accord, then, you know, it doesn't matter what color you are, as long as we have the same, you know, we have the same stands, the same ground.
Exactly.
There you go. Azealia Banks here, your tour guide, Torae, Hip Hop Nation. Let's get back into these hits. Make sure you hit us on that Twitter, that Instagram. Show that love, baby.
Yeah.
Get into that. That's a pretty big deal, yes?
Yes, it's a huge deal.
How do you even prepare for such a huge festival like that?
You prepare, and then the weather happens, and then you unprepare. And then you just go.
No doubt. Were you excited when you got the news?
Yeah, I was excited because I did Coachella before, and I always wanted to do Coachella again.
No doubt. Now,
like I love festivals.
You know, you perform a lot. You've been overseas. You have a huge following overseas, and you perform a lot. What is it about your performance you feel like keeps people coming back?
Just the energy. It's like a big surge of energy. I'm really good at like conjuring that up and like having everyone like, you know, like on their toes and stuff like that. And the beats are good, and it's non-stop, you know, like I don't stop and like talk or like there's not like a lot of dance breaks or like a lot of other shit. It's really just me, and I have 2 dancers and the DJ. Well, now I'm gonna have a band because, you know, I got an album now.
There you go. There you go.
So I'm gonna have a band, maybe some more dancers, I don't know. But,
I mean, if you need me to come out, just let me know. Do a 2-step or something for you, a moonwalk or something. Now,
you can do the worm.
I do the worm for you. As long as it's not muddy, I can't do it. It'll mess up my fresh. Now, I did hear some rumblings. I'll leave it at rumblings about Playboy. Gasp. Is that real? Is that not to talk about?
Only time will tell.
Okay. I would say inquiring minds want to know, though. And look. Now, the back and forth constant conversation with you and numerous artists now. You have an album out, you have a place to focus a lot of your energy. Do you feel like the rest of that can be put to bed now?
But I feel like of course it can be put to bed, and none of those things are ever actually real beefs, you know what I mean? It's the same thing as me walking down the street and someone steps on my foot and I'm like, hey, motherfucker, you stepped on my foot.
Say excuse me.
Say excuse me. And then I'll be done. Like, I'm not gonna go home and be like, that man that stepped on my foot on the corner of 23rd and 8th, I wanna, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that serious. I feel like, yeah, people always think that they're like real beefs, but it's really just like, no, like.
Right. Where I'm from, real beef is real beef for real.
Exactly. It's like
this is
real,
not beef.
This is not beef. Like, I'm just like playing on Twitter.
No doubt. Now let's get into some music. We've been doing a lot of talking. Let's get into something off this album. What can we play for the people?
Let's play Miss Amour.
Miss Amour?
Yeah.
There you go, right here on Hip Hop Nation. Is this an exclusive?
No, because it's already out.
I mean, but has anybody played it up here on Hip Hop Nation?
Yeah, no, nobody's played Miss Amour.
See, there you go. Can I get mine though?
Yeah, you can.
Exclusive right here. It's exclusive for the tour guy, goddammit. We out.